Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Her. Today I was up $321 in realized profit. I definitely thought it was going to be more last night and this morning pre-market, but Square and Lululemon weighed pretty heavy on me today. So I'm going to go through some of my trades here. I'm going to go through what I'm looking for tomorrow in terms of my watch list and what I'm trading, why I'm trading it. If you made money today, comment below, got paid. If you lost money today, comment below, learned a lesson. If you could do me a big favor, hit the like button. And if you want to join the UVH fam, links are below in the description to our Discord or options trading group on Facebook and the UVH Academy. So let's get into it right now. Today the overall market, was I would say a little bit dicey this morning. We had a nice gap up, but then we were just fading all morning. If you look at SPY, it held the gap up on SPY, but it went from 378 down to 377. So it just things just kept selling. Tech was selling, and Qs as well. Qs just kind of popped on. It was looking pretty bad there for a second. We were just descending, and then we had the pivot where we just ran from 313 up to 317 just nonstop. Basically, this is the 5-minute chart, so it's just nonstop straight up. They were just pumping into the NASDAQ. So, for me right now, tomorrow, as you guys know, is Biden's inauguration. We have that in terms of what time it is going to be at, I think 12 o'clock Eastern. Let me just pull this up here. Yeah, 12 p.m. Eastern time. So just be mindful, inauguration of Joe Biden is going to be 12 p.m. Eastern. Now, I don't think it's going to be a market moving event, but you never know. So just be cautious. I know that they're taking a lot of safety precautions around the inauguration, safety, security, that kind of thing. I'm not going to talk that much about it because, with the whole censorship thing, YouTube is getting a little bit crazy. But just be mindful, 12 p.m. Eastern time inauguration. So, I'm pretty much just kind of laying low until the inauguration happens. Anything could happen. So I just want to make sure I can move with the market. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not in the market, right? So, one of the things today was Netflix. So let me pull up some of my positions, kind of what I got out of, what I went into. First off this morning, mRNA, I had a credit put spread, and I came out with a $14 profit on this overall credit put spread. Now, I had a bunch of time, but what I didn't like about mRNA, I definitely could have held on, but I just didn't want to take any losses on this. I was up pretty decent on it on Friday. It was doing great. Nice dip, but then it just sold off $8. It was staying down. I said, hey, I'm just going to cut and run. I don't know. We got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. We got Pfizer vaccine. We'll see what happens. Sure, it did come down to the 50-day to the 10-day, but it could definitely, mRNA had some bad news. So it could come down to 100, 105. And I normally, for me personally, I don't like to trade pharma, and so I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to lose on a pharma stock. I'm gonna take my $14 and I'm gonna jet because I'm definitely not losing. Now, Netflix is a stock. So I was actually holding this since last week. Only made $7 in the play. I'm freaking making pennies here. I had let me hide myself here. I had a debit call spread, and I honestly thought that Netflix was going to run a little bit more. So that's why this was the original goal for this trade on Netflix was to have a pre-earnings run. But as you can see here, it didn't do anything pre-earnings. We just sat here. I put it on. It was like 500. We went up and stuff, but it didn't hold. It just kind of sat here. So, of course, Netflix just smashed earnings. This position would have been up about $600 tomorrow if it opens up here. I took a $7 profit, could have been $600. But the thing is, I don't feel bad about it because I did the safe trade. This could have easily, what if Netflix tanked? I could have lost easily $400 instantly. So I made the right call. You don't know what the future is going to be with earnings plays in Netflix. I think this is going to be a good day trade going into tomorrow, because it's going to squeeze a little bit. So Netflix reported fourth quarter earnings. Their they beat analyst expectations on revenue, net subscriber additions, but fell below EPS estimate. So, they're getting pumped up right now. EPS came in at $1.19 versus $1.39, so they missed their revenue. They beat subscribers, which the stock moves on, 8.5 million versus 6.47. I mean, if anybody knows anything about Netflix, if you've traded it before, you know that they mainly care about how many subscribers that they have, not really if they make money at all. I hate to say it, but they did say they're going to be, let's see here, becoming free cash flow positive. When did they say it was going to happen? I think this year, 2021. So they're going to be free cash flow positive 2021. I mean, it's going to be crazy. I mean, as you can see here, subscriber growth, took a big hit. This is why the stock tanked last quarter, but now we're back up. So Netflix, I think, is going to be a good day trade. Going into tomorrow, it's pushing up here. We had a pretty clean triple top up here. Now, if we could start breaking this, it's at currently 564. So it's coming up right at resistance. And it's kind of interesting how it's just stopping here. Now, if this could push, 580, 590, it could easily go 650. Not saying that's going to happen tomorrow, not investment advice, but that's what I'm looking for. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months of consolidation on Netflix. So I'm very excited about this. And hopefully through earnings here, other stocks like Amazon, Netflix, stuff like that, Microsoft can break out of their consolidation. As you can see here, Microsoft's been in this kind of range too. Amazon, all these guys are in the same exact spot. Apple looks a little bit better, but Microsoft, Amazon, Netflix, all the charts, they just been kind of chopping sideways for 6 months, waiting for a catalyst, waiting for some good news. And I think Netflix finally had that. Now, going into tomorrow, I did sell some naked puts on AMC. Now, AMC, I don't really trade, I don't really like, but the premium on AMC, if you take a look in here, 199% implied volatility. I did short the 3-strike puts at I got 69-cent credit for both of them. So worst case, if I get a signed stock, my break even point is going to be about $2.30. So if the stock stays above $2.30, AMC, I'll be in the good. And if I get a signed stock, then I guess I'll own 200 shares and I could sell some calls against it. But AMC, obviously has been going a little bit nuts here. I think that, I'm not too thrilled about this trade. It's not my favorite trade, but as you can see here, it bottomed out. Like I said, my break even is about 230. It bottomed out like 220 area. So I'm like, okay, worst case, break even on the trade, kind of see what happens. Best case scenario, I think it's going to push 4 or 5 before coming back down. So, I think this could definitely be explosive, collect a couple $100 in premium, or if I get assigned shares, then I'll just sell some calls against it until, they go out of business. Essentially what I'm looking at here. I did buy a call in DKNG. Now, DKNG has sold off quite a bit here, breaking down from 56, did come down to 51 today, sold off a little bit more into the close, try to recover. But DKNG in this month, I think they said Michigan is actually going to be, Michigan's going to be getting DraftKings, are going to be having Barstool and DraftKings now. Definitely, if you're looking at DraftKings and Penn probably would have been the better option. You can kind of see here. I picked DraftKings. Penn had a wonderful V-shaped recovery today, and DraftKings did not. So as you can see here, this went down to 95 up to 102. I was like, okay, DraftKings, Penn. I picked DraftKings. If you're ever just deciding between DraftKings or Penn, pick Penn. like I picked wrong, but I think DraftKings is still going to be still moving. I am actually in the February 19th expiration. So I got 30 days. I'm just looking forward to go up to like 54, 55 area, grab a couple bucks off there. I got 58 delta, so I'm pretty high delta. So I think things are looking good in that area. Facebook, I sold off my position. I was looking for a pre-earnings run here. Got Facebook pre-earnings run. So I think Facebook had some nice upgrades the last couple of days. I think Facebook is probably going to go 275 pre-earnings. I don't have a position on right now. I'm going to see if we can get another dip, but they do have earnings on, let's see here. They have earnings on January 27th. So we're kind of cutting a little bit too close. I mean, we're kind of in the pre-earnings run up now. I wanted to collect a little bit of profits this morning because it looked like some of the things just weren't going well. You know, I didn't know if the market was going to sell off more. I don't know what was going to happen ahead of the inauguration. So I just wanted to take that trade off. I mean, I made a solid 20% on Facebook, so I'm not complaining there. Now, looking at Snow, I took some premium off of Snow, made $135 there. Snow is I mean, it's in a tough spot. So I collected my premium here. I was selling the 290 285 credit put spread, made $135 on that. But Snow is I don't know. I mean, it's in a tough spot. It's in a very tough spot. I mean, it could, where it's at right now, I mean, it got rejected back under the 50-day moving average. I mean, it could come anywhere between 240, 260. Is that a good price for it? I don't know. I mean, we'll kind of see what happens, but I'm kind of monitoring right now. I'm all out of Snow right now, kind of monitoring. Now that it's broke down, I thought it had potential to actually have a good day today and push up to 315, but that didn't happen. Got rejected again. Just pretty much all sellers all day. Towards the end of the day, just kind of stopped, but we'll see what happens. It might make a bounce. I mean, it came down, last time it came down to the 270, 266, 265 area, had a major bounce up to 320. So will it happen around this area? I mean, it's possible, but right now I'm currently out of that. Workhorse, I also sold some premium in Workhorse. Now, Workhorse, I'm selling I'll show you here, my list is a little bit long here. I'm in the 20 strike, 14 strike credit put spread. I did get a $1.24 credit for it. And what I was looking at, you know, for this trade in Workhorse, I was actually looking just to sell naked calls down here. I mean, we're at 114% implied volatility. What I was looking for on Workhorse was to just sell a naked put, but Tastyworks says, hey, you're gonna if you want to sell a naked put on Workhorse, you're gonna have to pony up $1,900 in buying power, and I didn't want to do that, so I sold a far out of the money. I mean, I bought a far out of the money put to, you know, lower my cost basis a little bit and also protect me in terms of margin. So as you can see here, like selling a naked put, you're going to be at 1,800, about 1,800. But if you buy something out here, you can lower your cost base. Now it's only going to cost $478. I only had to pay $16, $17 for this trade. Come by buying, sure, I don't have as much, like I didn't get as much credit from the put, but you know, my main goal for Workhorse is that if I get assigned this stock, I would happily be assigned 100 shares at $20, and I paid $1.24. So my cost basis is going to be, I got $1.24 credit. Cost basis is going to be like $18.80. And looking at Workhorse's chart, I just don't think it's going to be coming down. I mean, if it comes down to $17.50, that'd be fine. Again, I'll sell calls against the position. But down here, like, it doesn't want to go, in the last couple of months, doesn't seem to want to go sub 20. And if it does go sub 20, it gets bought up real quick. Now, a couple of positions that I have on right now that I'm trying to get out of. Now, Square just got annihilated today. Square was getting wrecked. I mean, just right off the gate. I mean, it started to recover. So I think, I mean, I'm hopeful that it's going to push up definitely after hours. I mean, it's already up 90 cents, so hopefully we can get a nice push up to 235, 240. I mean, at market open today, I was actually break even on this trade, and it just pushed straight down on Square. Now, looking at Square, the reason why I didn't sell is it's down in this buy zone where it's been bouncing last couple times. So down here it bounced, down here it bounced, and today it bounced again. So that's why I'm just kind of chilling on that. Now, Lululemon is actually the biggest loser in my portfolio right now. Now I have time on this. It hasn't triggered my alert here for 333. You know, it's kind of maintaining. We're having some moves down. I'm waiting for it to see if it wants to level out here, because as you can see here, 345, 340, bounce area, bounce to 390. Back in here, 345. Bounce back up to 365. Now we're revisiting. I'm looking for a bounce up to 355, 360 area on Lululemon. We've had some really aggressive selling over the last few days, so I'm looking for a nice bounce there. So right now, until the inauguration is over, just kind of managing these positions, taking it easy, selling some premium, trying to line up my shot. That's all I can really do. So if you watch this video to the end, comment watch to the end, and as always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.